She wants to find harmony and peace, but she still hasn't done the work to get there. Does that make sense? Walk with me. Walk with me. So, it's come to my attention that in the game Inzoi, you may need to be playing with all of the families, not just the one that you created. Don't really understand how that works just yet, but when I took a look at all of my other families in my save, I realized that a lot of them were struggling, and I realized why. And I also realized that's why my karma's always down. Within playing a game, 10 minutes in, I get a notification that my Zois are dirty or my karma's really low, and I don't understand it. And I think it has to do with the fact that everyone's struggling, not just my Zoi, which, fair enough. What I've been trying to do recently is give everyone kind of like a makeover, make sure everyone's doing fine, make sure everyone's employed, make sure everyone's going to school, give them a little bit more of a well-rounded life, because apparently they're missing, I was gonna say maker, but that sounds extreme, but they just need a little bit of help, okay? In my last video, I checked in with the Martins. They seem to be doing fine. They have a lot of money for some reason, and we don't know where it came from. We don't know where it's going, but they were unemployed and had a baby. So I kind of gave them a little bit of a boost. I did a little renovation and such. And in this video, we will be doing the same thing, but to the Park family. Unfortunately, they do not come from money, nor are they sitting on a bunch of cash with no backstory. So we'll give them a little bit of a help and also kind of give them some kind of narrative. You know what I mean? So let's get started. So welcome back to Doan. This is the South Korea inspired metropolis world in Inzoi. And today we're going to take a look at the Park family. The Park family is over here. So you see I was playing recently with the Martins, but we're going to switch over to the Park family. Now here we have a little bit, I think maybe a backstory. So let's read into that a little bit just to get a little idea of who they are. By the way, the Martin family was super easy because I can speak English and it was English names. I apologize in advance for all the misspelling, and I may have to give them nicknames, but I'm going to try my best and I'm going to Google them so I can see what it sounds like. Chulseo. And then we also have
Jongsuk.
Okay, so we have Chulseo and Jongsuk. I hope that's correct. Chulseo lives with his overbearing mother, longing for a different life. Dwelling on past regrets may be futile, yet he can't help but look. Okay. Chulseo lives with his overbearing mother, longing for a different life. Dwelling on past regrets may be futile, yet he can't help but look back. Having lost both a close friend and a chance of marrying his longtime partner because of his mother's interference, he now finds himself wondering how his life may have turned out if he made different choices. Oh, that's so sad. That's so sad. Okay, so I see what we're working with. The family relationship is tense. They live in this house. Let's go check on them and help them. That's so sad. So Chulseo is the son. You can select a relationship. Distant? We barely have started and they're already at a sync family. Okay, so this is the relationship tab. As they level into a relationship, you can choose a relationship status. So they don't have a friendship or a business level, but they do have a family level. And right now it's distant, dysfunctional, out of sync. It's not necessarily bad relations, but it's hard to understand each other's feelings. Let's take a look at their dwellings. This is the home that they live in. Okay. So coming in, it seems like a 3-story house, but they live on the first floor. Okay. So this is the entrance. Oh, this is just so sad. I am a bit confused by this. They do have like and it could be maybe it's different in South Korea, but in America, this seems like a medical divider, but like a medical divider that you would see at a hospital. And then this bed also gives medical, and then it's like something's going on. I feel like either she could be unhealthy or she could be using her health as a reason as to why she needs her son close. I've seen that on the Lifetime channel before. And then they have multiple rooms. So there's like 4 different rooms. So in this door, okay, seems like it's just like an office. Let's go next door. All right, next door, we have a little bathroom. Okay, 3rd room, I assume this might be his room. We have a little room for him. Terrible view. You know, I'd get depressed in here too. Good God, I hate this UI. Okay, so we have an office, a little bedroom, a little bathroom, his bedroom, and then we have this kind of utility closet with a random wedding podium and carbonated water dispenser. Interesting. He's like, I'm stuck, I'm gonna be stuck here forever, and she's happy, he's upset. And he doesn't have TV in his room. He can't watch TV in peace. So sad is the mom. Her ambitions is knowledge and learning. Okay. I think this would be not family happiness, total expert, but given that she's past that, I want to give her something else. What would cause a mom to be a great social disorder? But I feel like she needs, and we need to go a little bit less than that, or like closer to that. I feel like a tranquil mind. And hear me out. She's stressing her son out so much, right? But she's like, oh my God, you stress me out so much, I need to relax. So I feel like she wants to find harmony and peace, but she still hasn't done the work to get there. Does that make sense? Walk with me. I can see, I've seen this on TV before. Traits, kind and generous, volunteer, altruistic, self-sacrifice. See, like, this doesn't match with what I think, but then maybe her motives are different and she just needs her family close by. Life of abundance. I mean, girl, you are not. I feel like she would want a life of respectability. I feel like she's seeking total respect and like devotion from her son that it's causing her to not move past. Does that make sense? She's worried about her life to the point where he's not having life. Values, traditionalist, makes sense, but she's also rule abiding. This is interesting. She's very strict. They respect their parents and elders, strive to resolve conflict. That actually makes a lot of sense. I feel like that would be more her core. All right, let's take a look at him. You know, we know that he's unemployed. We'll fix that for you, sir. Do not worry. His ambitions, creative expression. Oh my God, a pro musician. Maybe he's always wanted to be in the arts. He wanted to be in the arts. He wanted to be in the musics, but he's constantly not able to practice because of his mom. I'm getting all choked up, honestly. Life of respectability. I feel like a life of creativity would be better for him because I understand that he wants to respect his parents, but let's give him the life of creativity trait so that we can push him really to become more of an artistic person. A collaborator makes sense, and then his values being coexistence. I feel like that's kind of sad. I feel like they emphasize the importance of humanity, nature, living, and harmony and mutual dependence. I'm kind of sad for him, but we'll give him a good life. The thing is, he is kind of getting up there in age. He's already an adult. He's not a young adult. So I think if we kind of like focus and fast track his life, that'd be so good. I'm gonna save you. Do you hear my cat? Let me change. I'm so sorry. It is so dark in here. Give me 1 second. All right, is this better? I had to turn on more lights. I'm not used to recording me, so I hope this is better. Anyways, so let's give him a job. Okay, this family is in dire need of money. So let's give him a job, but let's see, what can we kind of get him into? I can see a trainee firefighter. You know, I feel like that would be good for his health. I feel like that would be good for giving back. I feel like his mom would respect that. I think unfortunately the K-pop dreams are kind of done for right now. A secretary is respectable and fine. I feel like maybe not law school. A reporter, I feel like no. Young professor. I feel like if I made him work in the gaming, it would be great artistically, but I feel like that would play a little too much into her reasoning for you're not doing anything. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard enough already to be a professional gamer and have your parents like look at it and respect it. I feel like if at his big age, no offense, I feel like we shouldn't do that. You know what I mean? You get it. So I think a firefighter, hear me out. A firefighter makes sense to me because I feel like he's giving back. He's gonna feel fulfilled. Anyone can do it. I think he can apply, yeah. Well, hold on. I thought when you apply for a job, it's just like, hey, why did this person quit from the... It is so specific. Does it mean... Oh, okay, so we got it. Okay. Anyways, I think this would help him feel like he's giving back to the community and feel connected with the community. However, do not worry. We will give him some creativity. Good God, I just realized this house is gonna need a lot of work. Okay, unfortunately, hear me out. I kind of want him to move out. But, actually, no. Let me think about that. What can I do? Can I expand this property? I can't. No. I really wish the bathroom and this bedroom were flipped. Because I would like to make a second bedroom, but it's just so cramped. Okay, so here's my idea. First of all, let me move me. My big idea is first to move me over here. So here's what I see for this family. Okay, Jun Suk, who's the mom, I believe. We're gonna make sure she has... Oh my God, do you hear that thunder? This is why I had to turn on lights. It got dark out of nowhere. Sorry. Jun Suk, Mrs. Park. We are gonna have her live out the final days of her life just happily, in respect. I feel like, she has done enough. I wasn't there, so I can't speak to it, but she's done enough. She's done her best. In the meantime, we are gonna make sure that Chulso, Mr. Park, okay, we're gonna build up his life. It's not too late to get married. It's not too late to find your partner. It's not too late to make some friends. It's not too late for any of that. So we're going to keep the sleeping arrangements as is. However, we're going to add a little bit more artistic avenues for him. So maybe he can't sit in the living room and watch TV all day, but he's going to paint. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. So let me actually. Sorry, I should have been building while I was rambling, but I can't. I'm sorry. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Here's his room. First of all, so some creativity. Let's add some creativity hobbies. Actually, no. One of the things I want to do is just brighten up the place with some colors and textures. So let's do a little bit more wood. Okay, I like that. And then we're gonna paint the flooring like that. And we're gonna add some rugs that are more pops of color. So let's see. Okay, I like that. I'm gonna paint it. No, I like it like that. I don't want to do too much to the bed, but I want to the bedding. Yeah, let's do like a nice little dark green. I'm gonna do a little bit of dark green and the pillows to match it a little bit. You know what I mean? I kind of want to get rid of this. I don't know what value it has. We're gonna add a little. Mind you, we need to keep an eye on how much money we have because this man ain't got much. We're not gonna do any plants, but let's do some props. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like he doesn't strike me as someone who, he strikes me like more frugal, So I don't want to put anything that has no actual substance. So let's go with more paintings though. I feel like, he has a bit of a sense of humor. Haha, like that. He has a mirror with his closet stuff. Cute. And then he does have his computer room. Let's vibe this up a little bit. Kitchen, living room, bedroom, office. Let's start with the walls. Let's paint it. What is this? Oh God. All right, let's do the same as his bedroom. We'll keep the floor as is. Let's put in a little nice rug underneath him. And cool. And then let's put this bookshelf here as well. Nothing too grand. And then we'll have a little bit of a curtain here because they do live or like that entrance is close to this window is close to the entrance, so I kind of want to put some safeguarding. What in the world? Okay, I found one that matches. Perfect. So far, just between these rooms, there's a little bit more life being breathed in. The bathroom, I think, looks fine for now. It's just a bathroom. And then this utility room, we're gonna keep it as is. Okay, let's get rid of these carpets for mom and give her something a little bit more elevated, maybe something a little bit more sophisticated. These are the same carpets. Maybe they got a 2-for-1 deal, but I'm gonna put 2 of them. I thought that would be allowed. Don't know why I can't place that. Let's put that there. Put a little welcome. Oh, I guess the door is this way. Cute. Okay. For this one, I just want a plain one under here, but let's give it a nice little color. Oh, this table. I'm sorry if you can hear the rain in the back. Let's go with a redder color, like a burgundy. Yeah. There we go. And then for this table, let's go back to like kind of like a richer brown. It's a little faded because of use, but it's not the worst. And then we'll darken these a little bit. What I'm gonna do is delete the other 4 or the other 3 and copy this one over because I'm not trying to find that color again and again. A little hack, if you don't mind. And then let's put a little bit of cute stuff. We have a couple already. Okay, we don't have anything kitchen related. Maybe they took this from their local favorite place. So cute. Oh god, I just looked at the price, like how much we've spent so far. The only other thing is I just want to change the color of this wall. Is it okay if we make it a little bit brighter? I feel like it would up the mood a little bit. No. You know what? I actually don't like that. But I don't like this brown either. We'll keep it for right now. One thing I will change though is this horrendous light. Oh my god. They don't need the most expensive, but modern straight ceiling lighting is diabolical. Let's go with this old pendant lighting. How does that look? No. Let's do this. So it can provide light to the kitchen and the dining room. Yeah. And it gives it a little bit more of a pop of color. This family makes me so sad, but it must be done. But at least now it's a lot prettier, it's a lot more cohesive, it's a lot more lived in and clean. I'm just less sad. But yeah, there you have it. The Park family. Okay, let's see what he's up to actually. I feel like that not even your family loves you. This game is so guilty. Oh my god, she's coming in here to yell at him. What is she saying? She's tranquil. She's like, I just want you to be here. He's like, I don't want to. Oh well. Anyways. So I feel like I've not solved any of their problems. However, their living conditions a lot better. Someone has a job. I feel like maybe let me look at their to-do list. Oops. Let me look at their activity list. I feel like the mom needs to go to the park every day just to get out of here. Let's look at her events. She's gonna go to the convenience store for 4 hours. Okay, ma'am. She's gonna go to the deli, the temple. Okay, let's do the temple a couple more times. I feel like she should be like a morning person. So, select location. Public property. Let's go to the temple, but then, yeah, let's have her go to the temple grounds on the mornings that she doesn't have much going on. That day she already goes, so we're good on that. This day we'll have her go to the park instead in the morning. We need to get her out of the house. What is Green Planet? Dedicated substitute. Okay, we can have her volunteer once a week. That's adorable. Let's have her do that until about lunchtime. Same thing here. Same thing here. Saturdays she can sleep in. That's cute, right? Maybe on these days in the afternoon she'll still go to the park. Let's have her pick up a new hobby. How about that? And then, so she has fishing, and then she'll go people watching. Or maybe she should spend her money sometimes. She can't go to the library, right? Let's extend these a little. Okay, I feel like this is good for her. For someone who doesn't work, it's pretty good. All right, for him, he has a lot going on Wednesdays. Wednesdays should be his date days. You know what I mean? Get out of the house, meet some people, go to City Hall. No. Oh my God, let's have him go to the art gallery. On Wednesdays, he just likes to spend the whole day at the art gallery. Sundays, you should go to the park. You should go for a run, I feel like. Get some physical activity in, and then go to the cafe. And Saturday, spend time with your mom. That's cute. Okay, cute. Dang, she is booking it. Anyways, there you go. We have just kind of updated the Park family's life. We've given them jobs, activities, things to do. We kind of looked a little bit more into their family dynamic, which is so sad. Hopefully, Chulso, Mr. Park, finds someone that's a little bit more his speed. You know, it's never too late to find love. Hopefully he also has some creative outlets. Oh wait, actually, let me go back to that. One of the things that I would like to do back here is to add some plants. Just a little bit for maybe mom to do, you know, something to take care of. Sometimes makes you feel a little bit better. I'm just kind of putting it up right now. I don't want to spend too much because until they make the funds for it. But I also want to do some sort of workout option for Mr. Park. Just so, he can blow off some steam. Sometimes you just, you get really tired. So let's do these free weights. Actually, that I want to put back in his room. Some free weights in his room. And then a yoga mat. They both can share it, but I think she would like it the most. Just right there at the foot of her bed. I wish I could roll it up. Can I roll it up? If I put it here. The thing about a home that's kind of already cluttered is that it's really hard to be okay with it being cluttered. Does that make sense? All right, we're not going to do that one. We'll do this one just so it looks a little bit more appropriate for where it is. And then let's see, anything else. I want to get him an easel so he can feel comfortable painting. Maybe, can it fit in his office? No. Can it? No, I think maybe because of the door. No, it works. Okay, so an easel so you can start painting. And yeah. Okay, I didn't want to dip below 5,000, so let's stop for now. But I think that will help. Give him a couple more options of things to do and they can't come back. Oh yeah, they can. From here. I hope. What a bizarre tiny walkway. But maybe over time they can open up the space and kind of add more outdoorsy fun things for them to do. You get the vision, right? You get it. And with that, I think we've pretty much set the Park family in a direction, in somewhat of a positive direction. They will still need to do work. They will still need to figure out how to communicate or forgive each other or just let the time pass. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully Mr. Park can enjoy his job. Hopefully he can find someone, maybe rekindle. Maybe he finds the one who got away. Like, hey, listen, I know I messed up. And I know our relationship was 3 people instead of just us 2, but forgive me. I have changed. And hopefully he, explores his creative side. He explores his altruistic side. And maybe Mrs. Park either comes to terms with it or dies bitter. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. Maybe they pass away bitter. You know what I mean? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that you had fun. And I hope that maybe you get some inspiration from this. I didn't do that many changes. It's not like anything crazy happened, but I don't know if I can add these to the gallery, but this is all in hopes for me to have a much better karma when I play with these Zois in my personal save. Because I'm tired of this pop-up of all my Zois are terrible and they have bad karma. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's enough from me. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!